Ma'am, what do you think about the occupation of Cleveland against corporate greed and Wall Street?
Well, I just found out about it today, so I'm not really sure. That's the reason why I came down here, so I could donate and for the cause. Because you know, before I had this job, I was you know, unemployed.
Do you think it's a good thing that the American people are starting to stand up and fight against this corporate greed?
Amen.
Because everybody's hurting. I mean, the city of Cleveland's hurting, Detroit's hurting, and
Cincinnati's hurting. That's where I just came from. I couldn't find a job in Cincinnati. So.
Right. So what do you think of Cleveland?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's my hometown, you know.
Okay.
and I'm so glad that people are standing up.
Okay.
Because we can make a better world for our children, at least what we could do.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Right on.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay.
God bless. What do you think about the occupation of Cleveland?
I think it's a good movement to help out the middle class and the lower class people to come to an agreement.
How long have you been out here?
About seven days.
And what's the response of the people here in Cleveland?
Very well put together. Very well put together. So.
And how are the donations coming in?
Very good. Very good. We started from sleeping on the floor to having tents and other capabilities and other things moving in progress. There's a lot of progress happening.
Well, I want to thank you for your service to humanity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am, what do you think about the occupation of Cleveland and Wall Street against corporate greed?
Well, I think it's about time. I think people have been suffering for a long time, and Cleveland is a good example. You know, we were ground zero for the foreclosure crisis. You know, the banks have just done unconscionable things, and the greed that's happening in this country is horrid. I think all the politicians are bought. I think money is a big problem, and I think people need to let the world know how we feel, and obviously the world feels quite a bit the same as we saw on Saturday.
Right.
So I think it's very important.
Well, thank you very much for your wisdom.
Thank you.
10 minutes. In public square begins.
In public square begins.
Let's start getting there.
Let's start getting there.
To welcome people in.
To welcome people in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Sit down.
Cleveland movement.
Yo!
This morning we're meeting here. We're going to begin with general announcements, a working group check-in, and an open mic so we can use this time and space as an educational forum for people to talk about issues, talk about facts that affect our struggles here, to talk about their struggles, and for us to stand together. Does anyone have any announcements at this time? We have set a schedule for ourselves every day. Our schedule is posted right here. We have announcements, General Assembly meetings, marches, working group meetings, plannings, educational seminars. And if anyone has anything they'd like to let people know about these meetings or anything going on this week, maybe going on this weekend, now would be the time.
There were 25 people in New York City who went into Citibank to close their accounts. They were locked into the lobby and then arrested for trespassing. Go online and watch the videos. It almost made me cry. Yeah, it's bullcrap, right? How can you get arrested for trying to take your money out of those banks? This is unfair, and we need to stop this.
all I gotta say.
A little more information on that as well. But this is awful. This is awful. And you know why things like this happen? It's because they know the power of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know when people mobilize, people can get things done. When people get organized, the people can get things done. 25 people, they saw 25 people withdrawing their money from their banks. They knew they had to stop that because it's only going to get bigger. There are, I believe in November, there is an international day calling to everyone to withdraw their money from big banks. November 5th, that date is. Closing their money from closing their accounts from big banks and opening accounts in local credit unions. They're trying to, I bet, I don't want to speak for them, but I would imagine that they're nervous about this date. These 25 people that have been arrested for doing this is a show. They are nervous. They are nervous about this day coming. People getting organized and withdrawing their money from these banks and putting them in our credit unions in our communities here.
So, I have a appointment to see my financial planner coming up, and they're going to tell me to keep your money in your accounts and let it grow, and you'll be all right. Well, they've told us this for the last 40 years, that don't panic, you'll be all right. You'll wave these storms and these, they didn't say the economy will ever get better. They don't say that. They say you just diversify your risk. And the people in the world, as our country, well, if you put your money in an account for retirement and you watch it lose, you're losing your hard-earned money that you put into it because they told you to keep it in there. So, not only the banks are a problem, but the financial planners aren't telling people the correct things, because why do we have all these people who want to have you put your money, bring your gold in, because gold is valuable. So, it's a different world. If you want to do something right, you have to find a vehicle to protect yourself. But there is no protection now because it's all being used in big government projects that we have no control over, and drains the basics of people's money. Where can you put your money? What are you going to? Can you retire today? Is your Social Security going to be there for the younger people? All these factors are why people are worried that, heck, you know, I do get old, what's going to happen? So that's all for me. Josh, what's your name? Okay, Josh. Point and click.
Hello, everybody. My name is Faye.
Hold the trigger.
Know how to use the gun. Hello, everybody. My name is Faye. I am one of the baby boomers. Put it up to your mouth. I had to find a new career to get a job. Every day at 5:30 in the morning, I was up going to Minuteman just to work. to help us to bring about a change. We are the people, and the people have the power. And all the people have to do is come together, because you know that justice is not prevailing in America. We have millions and millions of foreigners in this country, and they live better than we do. We live downtown here. There is not a store to buy American food from downtown, but there is 50 or 60 foreigner stores that they can buy their food from. America is not just. It has become unjust. And all the people that are in these offices are using us. They are using the poor people, and we are tired of it. We will not stop. We will not give up. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we will fight. We will fight. And we got the Lord on our side, because God told our rulers to treat us justly. Thank you.
My name is David Hodo. Yeah, revolution. My name is David Hodo. I'm from Tennessee. I just moved up here a year ago to go to LCC for wind turbine technician. And when I came up here, I was hoping that we would be doing the Erie project. But there's so much legislation going on with the Erie project that we cannot put up our turbines or any solar panels. And Cleveland is one of the top makers of wind turbine blades. And they're not even allowing any of this stuff to go on. Another issue that I'm here on, I am a high-rise window cleaner. I went down here and cleaned up all these buildings. You see these pretty buildings down here? I hung off of these buildings and I made them look pretty. And then when I went to get my unemployment, after they laid me off, they denied me my unemployment. So I am going to stay down here until this government in this town gives me my unemployment. Yeah!